The Obama administration set to release a plan, listen to this, to rank colleges as early as tomorrow. But should the government be involved in rating colleges at all? Joining us now, Rob Franek, Senior Vice President of Publishing at the Princeton Review. He is the author of the book, The Best 379 Colleges. Rob, welcome. My first question for you.
Yes.
Don't you already do this work? Why do we need the government doing this?
We were thinking the same thing at the Princeton. We've been doing financial aid rating scores for nearly 1,000 schools for a little over a decade.
You guys have a lot of experience doing this. You probably know a thing or two already.
I think we do about both of those issues of affordability and accountability, the idea of connecting, the idea of career to college, return on education. I have a new book coming out in February called Colleges That Pay You Back, focused on 200 schools that do just that. Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, but as a consumer, I would be looking for somebody who doesn't have a vested interest in what their advice is and just a lot of experience because it's super complicated. So why would I go to the government for this information?
Well, a couple of reasons. And what I applaud the government in doing is that they're spotlighting those issues of affordability. You know, college isn't getting any cheaper. The idea of accountability to students in schools, making sure that they have good programs and that they're getting jobs afterwards. So I applaud that part. The thing about it is that there's getting a lot of pushback, not only from both sides of the aisle in Congress, but also schools as well. Are we just
there's an obvious reason the schools are not happy.
Yeah.
And that's because the government wants to connect the information, the ratings they have, to the money they give out. So if you are not graduating enough students, or if you're not getting enough of your students employed, they want to hold back some of these college loans they dole out.
Exactly.
Is that a bad thing?
Well, it could be a bad thing if we're just focused on the outcome of starting salaries and earning potential. So let's take the example of a student that majors in computer science and a student that majors in education. The higher starting salary is going to be going to the computer science student, whereas a teacher might start off at a lower starting salary. That doesn't mean that
this means Harvey Mudd gets all the money?
Well, when we think about it, engineering schools, as you cite, are going to do much better in this rating. We're speculating based on the things that we've heard so far from the government.
So, and it would seem to me that if you are a school that already has a lot of money, you'll do well as well.
You probably will. When thinking about schools that have deep pockets and deep resources, they're probably going to do well on the new ratings. But when we start to think about making sure that we're expanding a very wide lens, this is going to be nearly 7,000 schools. Those are 4-year colleges plus 2-year schools. So this is a pretty big lens.
You saw what happened with Obamacare. How do you think? How in the world are they going to rate schools and put it on a website that you can use? They can't even. They have no ability to use technology.
Well, there is definitely an aggressive timeline. You're right. In the next couple of days, the sort of focus is going to come out of what's going to happen. Then September 2015, these ratings are going to hit. 2018, as you financial aid is going to be tied to how well those schools do.
Is this a competitive threat to you?
Not really. I think because of the spotlight on the issue, it will bring up that Princeton Review and others have been doing things just like this. I think doing a very credible job and continuing to focus on this area. I think the more information, the better. I think we're doing a good job, and we're going to focus on making sure we continue.
Unbelievable. Rob, you're very patient. Thank you.
Good to see you.